With a fierce slash, the army of divine soldiers shattered the serpents' heads into bloodied pieces. Narrowly 2.5 seconds after, the newly recreated body was once more destroyed and dispersed over the field. A deadly spark glinted in the serpent's eyes. If it wanted to come out victorious now, it had only one remaining choice: more sacrifices. Another contingent of citizens of the Sakura Eastern world was immediately vaporized into ash. Their life force were forcibly ingesting his fuel. The ruler of the Sakura kingdom grew pale with terror. He recognized that if this went on, their country would be left poor to the core. Numerous of those who were sacrificed were fine divine hosts. The whole Sakura group fell to the ground, begging the serpent deity to kill itself. They could no longer afford to lose any more. Some even swore at it in tears. The Eastern deities shield their nation, and you know only how to consume them. As all but annihilated, already mangled, and severed from its sacrifices, the serpent helplessly saw its enormous body ripped asunder over and over again. Seizing the moment, the initial emperor raised his arm and commenced to construct a resplendent sword of golden power. Hear me closely, Yamada Noroki. Your followers have deserted you. Now perish at my command. At that bellow, he released his sword. A golden dragon erupted, tearing the heavens and the divine serpent's sacred soul. So the fate of the divine battle was decided. The realm of Sakura had fallen. Shenzhou had won. With Yamada's death, no Orochi. Liu Changsheng felt no need to pity Matsumoto Ginzu. Time for you to join him, he snarled, stomping down with a loud crack as Gunzong's neck was broken. Like that, the former proud divine champion fell lifeless into a deep pool of blood. The host laughed, his voice with exhilaration. Now, that was a fight worth recalling. He then bellowed his voice to proclaim Liu Changsheng of Grand Xia Kingdom against Matsumoto Ginzu of Sakura Kingdom. Liu Changsheng wins. Score currently 1-2. The whole stadium went into frenzied cheering. He really did it. Liu Changsheng truly won. Even the headmaster was left flabbergasted. This is what defying gods with the will of man means? No, to beat them flat. Not even a referee could suppress his admiration after this struggle. However, the war was not yet done. After some rest, both countries' divine heroes were summoned to prepare for the next game. Qin Shi Huang emitted a weak cough as he slowly rose from his seat, his crooked posture appearing miserably frail. The crowd of the Grand Xia world wailed, "Your Majesty," bewildered and dismayed by his sudden frailty. Principally, Xian sighed deeply. He has little faith power left to sustain him. This battle drained him down to his very essence. Qin Shi Huang's form began to glow faintly, dissolving into streams of golden light. Liu Changsheng rushed forward, helplessly trying to stop the fading process. With a soothing smile, Qin Shi Huang left his last words, "Changsheng, I can't walk the rest of this path with you," before he was even able to complete the sentence. His body dissolved into mist and disappeared. Even a final touch could not be exchanged. Divine beings rely solely on the power of belief. But with no one to worship for more than 1,000 years, Qin Shi Huang had spent his life force on this war. Li Xian's eyes brimmed with tears as he spoke. "We are not worthy heirs. We forgot him." Suddenly, a system panel materialized. Qin Shi Huang, temporarily frozen, waiting for faith restoration to reconstruct core, maybe resummoned later. Liu Changsheng's relationship with him was now at an awe-inspiring 90%. Liu Changsheng was taken aback to learn that Emperor Qin hadn't actually disappeared. He would reappear after sufficient belief was accumulated. More shocking was the fact that his own compatibility with Pango had also grown stronger. The instant he read the system message, he finally toppled in comfort. Only a moment before, he almost cried. If one day he was able to call upon hundreds of deity champions, and even Pango himself to come down, then complete victory for Eastern Realm would no longer be an illusion. If Pango came onto the battlefield, no enemy could survive. Standing on top of the stage, Liu Changsheng bellowed to the crowd, "Emperor Qin hasn't abandoned us. He only sleeps for the moment, when his name is heard once again throughout the Eastern Realm. That shall be the time of his triumphant return." At the mere words, Li Xian had immediately commanded Emperor Qin's history to be written and kept in the sacred archives, so that generations to come would remember and honor him. The legacy of Eastern Realm should never be hidden by the sands of time. At that time, under the stands of the spectators, sword god Lu Qin came with his secretary. He was the next one to compete in a legendary fight. But at that time, his secretary let out a sly smile and spoke softly, "With my blood, I opened the divine arena." His secretary began to raise her hand and point at Lu Qing. She spoke in a cold and crystal voice. Han Mamiko of the Sakura Kingdom now dares Lu Qing of the Grand Xia to a battle of the Divine Arena. The battle will begin in 10 minutes. Lu Qing was shocked. You were a spy from the Sakura Kingdom the whole time. But more urgently,